Now look at that, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's a nighttime pic. Thank you, Will, for zooming in. It's a nighttime pic, so it's black and white. The animal is either hunched down in the bushes or sitting down.
Yeah, this is the one. This is the one that I said, okay, maybe.
Right.
Correct.
Right.
So
Yeah.
for some reason, we're the three that saw this and felt that way, but the Thylacine Awareness Group and others did not. Now, to me, this, look at that face, man. That looks a lot like a thylacine. It really, really does. It has thylacine-like qualities to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
also, by the way, it has eye shine, right? Is that eye shine?
That is eye shine.
Would a pademelon have eye shine?
They would, and I do know from my time in Tasmania that they have eye shine. Domestic cats have eye shine, and this is IR eye shine, right? So this is coming back as an infrared bounce back from the trail camera. And so you do get that kind of reflectiveness. Now, as I looked at it for long enough, I don't think it was a pademelon. I actually think what we're looking at here is a domestic cat, like someone's house cat crouched down in the bushes. Probably, and Retep, I don't know if you've ever seen this. I know Patrick has. Doesn't matter how great your trail camera is, when they go off like this at night, they let out an IR light, right? Mm-hmm. Now, we and animals can't really see that light, but on the camera, there's a little screen, a tiny screen, like the front of a flashlight, basically, right? That lights up, and it puts out this very odd, dim red purplish IR color that you can just kind of see with your human eye when you look closely at it in the dark. And I think what I believe, and again, this was the one that I was like, well, that's actually the closest. But I believe what happened here, the same animal from the last picture, assuming it's the same location, and I don't know for sure, is a domestic house cat, a feral house cat perhaps. This might be in someone's backyard for all I know. And it's gone walkabout as cats do. It's probably killing mice and birds and everything else that we've talked about a gazillion times. It walked by in the day. It was walking by again at night, crouched down. IR cam got the still picture. Hey, here's 2 pictures of thylacine or whatever, and we're looking at somebody's furry friend.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean,
that is the same location because I feel like those 2 blades of grass that cut across in the center are the same ones that we saw in the last photo.
Under the back.
Yeah.
Could be. Yeah.
You think that's a domestic house cat, huh?
I do. Yeah, I do. I think it just has too much of a carnivorous face shape. If you look at a pademelon face, it's kind of more adorable than that. I don't know how else to put it.
Right.
And if it's cuter. It's more kangaroo-ish. Where the eyes are. The eyes are kind of narrower on the bridge of the snout, and I don't know. It's just a little bit different. And when I look at that, and I look at how also, if you look at the pademelon, a lot of the time their ears are very upright, and this guy's ears are kind of more cat-like. So I think it's a domestic house cat. But, yeah, see, well, the ears are really pointed the right way. I don't know, but if you look at a thylacine face, it certainly has those qualities as well. So, it really does. Look at those qualities. It really is not super far off that. But again, it's a super ambiguous photo that's not definitive, and nobody should be jumping up and down saying we got one.
Right. Yeah. I mean, Forrest, if you came out and said, hey, and released the video that Neil released saying that we did it. You said, we did it, guys. Right. And then release these photos, you would never have another TV show. Wouldn't, people wouldn't take you seriously. You'd just be the guy who says whatever he wants. And unfortunately, that's kind of where we're at. It's for an animal that has not been photographed in 100 years, it's if you're going to say you found it, it better be a fucking clear photo.
That's it.
Especially if you're going to say we have irrefutable evidence, photographic evidence,
right,
that they exist. It's such a strong statement. And you even said in the last daily, go check that out before the pictures came out, that you got excited by this guy's excitement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But by the way, I don't think he's deceitful. I don't think he's an idiot. I don't think he's a jerk. I think he's someone who has spent he says it in the video, 22 years or whatever, looking at pictures of thylacine, in his mind, imposing them onto anything he sees that's a cryptic photo, and it's not, he's a victim of his own obsession. He's staring at these things, And if you pull up a thylacine image and in your brain superimpose it over that cat face or that last thing and go, those are stripes, that's a thylacine eye, those are ears, of course you can talk yourself into believing it. And I think that's what he did subconsciously, got super excited, screamed at the heavens tops, and now probably feels a little embarrassed. And I actually feel a little sorry for him because at the end of the day, all he wants to do is find this thing and save it.
Right.
He's got a good mission. Like, he's a nice guy, He's not some fucking oil tycoon trying to drill under Yellowstone. You know what I mean? Like, he's a good dude. He's out there trying to make a difference and help. Unfortunately, it's just coming across as not credible.
But he's also not embarrassed. He's doubled down on this after the pictures have come out.
Has
a lot
he?
of people are a little bit annoyed. He's deleting a lot of comments off of his YouTube. Anybody who's basically saying like, hey, no, like, look at this evidence, this, whatever. He's kind of just brushing them aside and deleting the comments and doubling down on it, which I think some people are a bit annoyed about because they are in the Discord where we've been fervently chatting about this for a week.
It's also just interesting with how much, you've worked with trail cameras when I've been around. Man, trail cameras are tricky, man. Animals are very good at either being too close or just hidden. Like, no matter what you do, if you clear the brush away, it is really hard to get clear shots. It just made me think of, when we were first looking for the Zanzibar leopard, and one day we checked the trail cameras, and there's an animal right up against the camera, and you can see are the exact same fur that a Zanzibar leopard has.
Right, just the breathing. Remember that? Yeah.
Yeah, and we have numerous videos of this animal standing against the lens.
Right.
The spots are exactly what we're looking for, and then the next day we get the full body shot of the animal, and it was just another animal that has the exact same spots. I can't remember what was it. A civet?
Cervaline genet.
Cervaline genet.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. These things are tricky, especially at night with the IR too.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Well, and then would he have video of this, or is this? I mean, does he have it on still?
So you can change
mode?
certain trail cameras. You can set to video. You can set to HD video. This is obviously set to still mode, right? These are stills, and the reason you do that is because I don't know the size of his cards or anything else or battery, but you can get 100 videos on 2 months of battery, or you can get 10,000 photos on 6 months of battery, right? So as the responsible person who's like, I'm not going to disturb the habitat too much. I'm only going to go once every 6 months to replace battery and pull the card or whatever it is. I'm making up those metrics, but it's much easier to set it to stills and then kick yourself in the pants because you're like, why the fuck did I set it to stills? I bet you anything you like. Right now, Neil is going, why the fuck did I set that thing to stills? Because if I had got that last photo, not this one, as a video, I'd have the proof I need. And I believe that he believes that. If that was a video and it came walking in and exited the frame, that's all I'd need. But I had it set on photo because I thought I wasn't going to check it that often, whatever, and I hate myself for it. I bet he's feeling that way.
You gotta, I feel like, obviously this is probably a privately funded organization. It's probably a lot of his own money or, they probably get donations, but it's like, man, if you're looking for a thylacine, I feel like you gotta have one on stills, one on video. Just in case, you know what I mean? You got to get the video.
So hard. Now, let me ask you this. A Brosner sent this to me in a DM down low right after this came out. He said, hey, what if these are distraction photos? What if everybody, Nick Mooney, Neil Waters, the whole group, what if they've got the photos and they just don't? And this is something we talked about, right? The little conspiracy early on. Like, what if they got the photos and they don't want to release them? And by the way, the actual images haven't been released. We've only seen the images on his YouTube, so you can't get the metadata. You can't see where they were taken. You know what I mean? We've only seen the images on the YouTube, and this is what this Brosner was pointing out to me in my DM. And he's like, I believe, and I don't agree with him, but he's like, I believe they have the actual photos, and this is a cover-up because of what we discussed before. They're trying to figure out what to do. What do you guys think of that theory? I can tell you this much before you answer. If you told me if I got a Sala image, if I got a Thylacine image, and then you're like, hey, give me 6 months, like government's like, yeah, that's it. Give me 6 months, we'll protect it. You got to figure out, you got to put something out. I could find 1,000 photos that look like this and put them out and be like, this was the one I was talking about. You can see it's probably a Thylacine. Don't blame me. I could it wouldn't
Yeah.
be hard to pull that stunt. What do you guys think of that idea?
No.
No.
I don't think
I
so.
love a good conspiracy theory, but
You
just-
do. That's kind of why I brought it up.
No, I mean,
I wanted to get you going.
I just don't think so. Based on he'd be a very good liar and actor if that was the case, because he seems genuinely excited, even to the point of getting angry when people are telling him, contradicting his insight that this is real and that these photos are real. So I would say no conspiracy. But let me ask you one quick question.
Sure.
Why didn't you guys try the Zanzibar meat tree with the thylacine?
That's a good question. I think the Zanzibar leopard happened after the thylacine. Also,
Oh,
you
was
can't
it
just
after?
you can't just be throwing meat trees up everywhere, Retep. This isn't just, you can't just be putting up meat trees everywhere you go.
Get so many
It's
animals
really
out
expensive.
It is very expensive.
there. Yeah.
Oh, and by
I-
the way, the process of taking all the meat down was not a lot of fun either.
No, especially after it sat in the Zanzibar sun for 5 days or whatever it was.
Just
Yeah.
terrible. Everyone
we-
was
You don't-
gagging. The whole team was literally it was. I think we shot at some of it. It was just
Yeah,
a
there were
montage of
maggots in the
gagging.
meat. Remember that? There were maggots
Everywhere.
Yeah, it was just like,
Dude, the entire tree was black with flies.
yeah.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
piece of meat was covered
Gross.
to where you couldn't even see the meat with flies.
Well, you guys, I mean, if you don't know what we're talking about, go to the podcast episode 1 where they talk about the Zanzibar meat tree. They basically caught an image of this animal
Video. Yeah.
by putting meat all over the place and trees, and it worked. So it's
Yeah.
pretty crazy.
Yeah, maybe we'll go do a meat tree.
Hit up Neil Waters. Send him some.
Yeah, also
Yeah.
go to www.meattree.com. I'm not going to go there, but just try it. Let's see what comes
See
up.
what let's see
Yeah,
what
and
it is.
if
Let
not,
us
there's
know.
one called meatspin.com that people used to
Oh,
set
don't
as.
go there. Don't go there. You don't want to go there.
Oh boy. Well, unfortunately, we didn't get the definitive proof we were looking for, but it was a bit of fun to anticipate it at least.
It was lots of fun.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I don't do TV drama, so this was my drama for the last 2 weeks. It's been good. It's been an
Yeah.
ongoing soap opera.
Yeah, it's like
Riding the wave.
it's like if you're a kid and you get the whole month before Christmas and you get all that fun and all that build up, and then like you don't get the present you wanted. You
Right.
still had fun for 24, 25 days. So
Yeah. It was still Christmas, sort of.
Yeah.
All right, give us a like, give us a subscribe. Hey, let us know in the comments what you think. Maybe we're idiots. Maybe these are thylacine. Let us know.
Yeah.
We're not gonna delete your comments. Hell, I'm not even gonna read them.
Yeah. Head to the Discord and express your dismay with everybody else who's pissed off about this. Wildtimes.club. Head to there and
shut up, Retep.